Hello everyone. I went to the bakery the other week in my local shop, and yes, even cats go shopping, or I send Rex. Usually when I send Rex, I tend to get very extreme discounts on my products, which is a bonus. I asked the baker if he could make me a bun a special way. I wanted it burned on one end, uncooked on the other, with congealed jam inside, the constitution of bubble gum, and a cherry on top that was more mould than cherry. He grumbled how he hadn't the time to make such a bun, to which I responded, "Well, you found time last week." Anyway, Cat Cosmic here, and when I'm not eating badly made buns, I'm sharing the words of Duane the Great Writer and the All Is. Can the destruction of the all-natural environment be a positive thing? In regards to causing a mass wake-up, would humans remain in a sleeping complacency if the world was a pristine paradise? If you were to embrace this possibility, then it's conceivable you might get a knock on the door from the controllers as they attempt to buy you off, like they have so many others, because you are now for the destruction. There can be a benefit to the destruction, but the new presentation certainly doesn't promote that. We promote the reality of the situation, being that the Earth is like a schoolhouse. Is setting the schoolhouse on fire, or detonating a bomb, the best way to assist with the students' learnings? Well, it certainly would get their attention, maybe to the point where they recognised that there is, in fact, no necessity for the school. They could rebuild it, or, in fact, try a new approach or position. Lots of viewpoints to consider. If we use the analogy of the schoolhouse representing all of creation, creation doesn't have to go along the road to destruction, but certain individuals have decided this, and the rest of us have to deal with it. The world is dying, and these individuals are going to reap the repercussions for lifetimes. We are trying to show them a possibility of a shortcut. Any way you look at this, there is in fact a benefit, but also a downside. In creation you have both sides of the coin. Most people live with their cliches. They sound good stuff. They're pumped up happiness and they giggle it off. It's more about what people do than the words they use, what they demonstrate. Harry on stage as an example, talking, but what is it he and others are actually doing? What is the end result of their words? Lots of pretty speeches from the politicians, but everything continues to decline, despite what they say to the contrary. The controllers aren't interested in anything actually improving, deceivers that they are. The guides see what's going on, but they are not going to interfere, because they see the agreement that's there. The real wake-up is every individual deciding to see how their agreements are with the simulator, and decide with their intent to recognize that, to discover the true reality. So everything can be a benefit, but also can become a huge tragedy for people for lifetimes. That's the razor's edge. It's very subtle. The subtle decision of being the risk-taker. That of simply going for what makes sense. It's not divine words, spiritual sound good things, ancient knowledge, etc. It's just about what makes sense. It's always a choice, but the destruction is getting a bit overdone, far too extreme. Everything is poisoned and polluted, and they keep promoting poison. To see the benefit of this is huge, but we still have to deal with it, and it's gone too far. Words won't fix anything. It's about what each individual does, more than just the words. Most people won't wake up regardless of how bad it gets. They will hang on to what they've known. They cling onto their memories and experiences. The challenge is to recognize what's going on in the simulator. And despite the wise words of the Pleiadians in regard to the destruction of the planet, they are just physical astral. And when you pass over to your designated heaven, that's just a restrictive spot too in creation, whereas we refer to the real universes that require a recognition. It can't be figured out. You must recognize it and earn your way. We are providing something that makes sense with all the nonsense that is going on. And no more nonsensical than my inability, it seems, to secure a decent Chelsea bun. The world has truly gone into a demise. If I do return to creation the next time around, I'd best wind up somewhere where the difference between a mouldy cherry and a fresh one is understood. Then again, with this world about to be robotized the next time around, I guess that won't be an issue. A sobering thought indeed.